Hello everyone, this is Livia Putris. I am the creator of the Lord I Will Follow Thee Inspiration Journal. This is the second version, so there actually might have a different cover that has kind of like a sunburst coming through the trees. Same kind of inside, there's a little bit of difference. But this is the newer one, the version 2. It's available on Amazon in both covers if you're interested. So I'm gonna walk you through what it is, kind of what's going on inside of it, why I created it, and hopefully it will be a blessing to you just as it has been to me. Okay, so I found that we always get these inspirations, that we'll get the promptings and God will say, oh, go do that. Or we'll get this little thought, I should call my mom, or I should call my sister, or I should talk to that neighbor and check on them. These things will come to us, and then we'd either write them down on a sticky note or put them in our notebook or in our journal or in our planner or in our phone, and we'd forget to actually follow through on those things. And so with everything that I've learned for, since 2011 probably, I've been in the personal development world, mentoring, training, coaching, learning for myself, having different coaches and mentors, and learning these things and learning the power of your mind, and the power it has to change, and the power of recording things. And it says in D&C 50, 24, and 25, that which is of God is light, and he that receiveth light and continueth in God receiveth more light, and that light groweth brighter and brighter until the perfect day. It's one of my favorite scriptures. And it talks about line upon line and grace for grace and God building and helping us and teaching us. But we got to prove to him that we are worth it. Worth it, always worth it. But I mean, like, he can trust us, right? If he says, I'm going to tell you to do this to help one of my children, and we say, yeah, I'll do that, and then we forget, and he's like, well, I needed that done. That person needed someone, and I was sending you, and you didn't go, so therefore I'm going to send someone else. He will always take care of the people. So if we're on the receiving end, he will always send someone to help us when we call on him. But if we're prepared and we prove that we are trustworthy, he will give us more and more opportunities to serve and bless and help others. So this is, Lord, I will follow thee. Okay, people say, Lord, I would follow thee in the popular song. Like, yeah, I would, but this is your commitment. This is I will. This is activating the law of agency. This is saying I'm choosing in. God, I want to be an instrument in your hands. I want to do good, and I want to bless your children. Please use me. You be the master architect, the master musician, the touch of the master's hand with the violin. I want to be that tool, and I want to be here to be able to bless your children. So I'm going to follow you, and I'm committing to doing that. That's why I called it I Will Follow Thee. Okay, so you got your title page, you put in your name, date, where to find it. If you get lost, then they can return it to you. So I have a message for me, and then there's a bunch of different quotes in here that I love. I have my process of different ways that I first, when I really got connected to God, this is what I did, and this is how I would help myself to get in that zone of really, really following and listening. Asking, you shall receive. All the different things, why journaling is important. So kind of a guidebook with a bunch of quotes that will help you and inspire you as you go. So read that first. There's a message for your future reader. I want you to save this till the very end, till your book is all the way done, and then come back and fill out this page. It's got a little star in it, so if one of your great grandkids one day picks this up and they start flipping through it, they'll see that star and they'll be like, oh, what's that? That means I should read that first. So this is your message to them. So at the end of this journal and this book, you have hopefully a bunch of these where you've gotten several copies of them and you have it. And when you die, like, we're all going to die, right? And our kids and our grandkids will go. And I think about my grandmas and how powerful would it be? I know somewhere someone's got their journals, probably their children, but how cool would it be for me as a granddaughter to have this little segment of my grandma's life? And in it, I would have her handwriting. I would have her testimony. I would have her saying, God, I'm going to follow you, and seeing how she followed through and how that worked. And that's so powerful. And I think it would be such a cherished thing for me. So I wanted to have that and provide that for my kids and my grandkids, my posterity, so that they will be able to get strength, and I'll be able to leave that legacy of faith that I desire. Okay, so there's inspired action pages where you'll write down those things like call my mom, visit the neighbor, take this meal to so-and-so. You check it off, you put the date you did it. So this is your accountability, because your brain will expand on what you focus on. So that's a physiological, scientific side, as well as the spiritual side of teaching God. That you're being accountable, you'll know where they are. Okay, and then in amidst these pages, you're gonna find some journal prompts, some like insights. So you'll write down what you're learning through this process of following God. So if you're at this place of where I'm really trying to follow promptings, but I'm not really sure, God, was that you? What's going on? Am I really getting this? Get this journal and allow it to help you. Use it. Don't just keep it in your desk and take it. I made it thin enough, light enough. You can slide it in your purse. You can slide it in your backpack, take it in your work bag, and it can go with you everywhere. And you'll have a place to write down those promptings when they come, and then to be accountable and to follow through on them. Okay, and then there's these pages. These are more creation pages. I am an idea girl through and through, and I have so many ideas. So this book began on a page like this. And I would wake up and I'd get this inspiration of, oh, I want to do this, and this is what I want to add, and this, and this, and this. And I'd get all these ideas, and I want to incorporate them all together, right? And so as I'm incorporating them, I'm like, hey, I want to do this, but I've got 5 kids to take care of, and it's not the time right this second to do it, but I want to do it, and I don't want to forget. So I would write that on here. My inspiration would be my inspiration journal. It's called Lord, I Will Follow Thee. And I'd sketch out a little picture of what I want it to look like, write all the details, any inspirations that come to me go on this page. And then when it's completed, I write down the lesson that I learned through the process of creating it and what day I completed it on. To say, yeah, God, you gave me this great idea. One thing super powerful, okay, if you're an idea person like me and you get this, I get so many ideas. I'm like, oh, I want to do this and this and this. And it's so easy to get fragmented, to get distracted and be like, I'm going to do this and this and this. And you can't give everything full attention at the same time. You have too many projects going on. So I make a list of all those things that I feel called. I want to do this and this and this. And then I take it to God and I say, okay, what's next? What is the thing you want me to focus on now? So I try to have like one family thing and a relationship thing, and then a creation thing, a business thing, a work, business, whatever you want to call it. Each area of your life, just have one thing you're focusing on and allow God to guide you in what that one thing is. And the rest of your ideas, you have somewhere to put them. So when you're done with that one, you'll be like, hey, God, what's next? And you can flip through your book and you'll be like, oh, okay, this one's next. And you'll just feel it. And he will tell you through his spirit what's your next creation. And it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. To the end. Okay, and then at the end you have a section for miracle stories, because these happen as you go about doing God's work and you say, I want to be your hands and I want you to guide me. Who can I help today? That is a powerful question. If you pray in the morning, say, God, who can I help today? Where do you need me? What do you need me to do? Or what is the one most important thing you need me to do today? And allow him to speak to your heart. It is the most amazing thing. What happens? Like, I've had him restructure my entire week before to be in a single place at a single moment, to walk around the building a different way than I ever did, to show up in front of a temple for one girl in one moment. And it seemed like my week was off, like everything wasn't going right. And I'm like, why? I'm trying to do all this good stuff. What's not going on? And then I sat in the parking lot for 2 hours, which I never would do. I just go in, I want to be in the temple, right? And I went all around, just followed the spirit, went where I was led. And then it culminated in this one moment of I was there with the message that girl needed at the moment that she needed it. And it's so, so powerful. So God will use you. And those kind of stories go in your book, your miracle stories, because these are the things that will give your family, your children, strength for generations. They'll outlive you, and this story of faith will bless them forever. So I love that. Okay, so you got your miracle stories. And then at the end, lost my page. There's a little page that talks about me. A little gift you can get right there, which is probably the page you're on while you're watching this video. Different gifts and things that I'm working on. And then there's a prayer list at the back. So if you have those things where you hear, oh, so-and-so is having a hard time, oh yeah, I'll pray for you. And then we sometimes forget to write your names, prayer list, things you want to pray for, things you are praying for, and you can petition God. And whether that means I'm sitting here looking at my list and I'm saying it name for name, praying one at a time for these people, or if that is, God, you know who's on my prayer list, bless them today, because I took the effort to write it down, to say I really do care, and put your energy and your intention and your faith on that. And you have an index. So if you have those really great ideas, oh, I really want to remember that one is, you can put your page number and your notes. That is one thing that's different in this version versus the other one. It does have the page numbers and it has the index and the prayer list in the back. That was not in version 1. So if you want that one, make sure you get this one with this cover. So you'll have that as well. And that's it. So that is my Lord, I Will Follow Thee inspiration journal. And actually, I'm going to show you one more thing really fast because it makes my heart happy. One more thing, one more thing. And if you are a person who likes this kind of a thing and you're really trying to follow God, after creating this book, God guided me to create something even better, which is my soul work, and I love it. And it is called the Consecrated Life Project. Oops, I got another paper behind it, shining through. The Consecrated Life Project, there you go. So there's the website, consecratedlife.learnlivefly.com. I invite you to join me over there where I interview people of faith and people. I've been in the circles with these amazing people. Everyone from, hey, I'm really, really struggling to I've got millions of dollars and I'm blessing the world with my gifts and my talents and I'm learning how to really partner with God. And I interview these people that are dear to my heart, people that I've never met before that God says, hey, go interview them. And I share their stories of hope and of faith and of love and of how God has guided them in their journey and how when it seemed like everything was falling apart, he guided them into what they were meant to be doing. And it's beautiful. It's people all along their journey in all different phases. And I know that you can gain strength and hope and love through those experiences. So check it out. Zoom around this page. I will put a link as well somewhere here so you can link to that. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're here, you probably already have your journal because the page goes to the back of this. If you don't have your journal yet, you can find it on Amazon or at learnlivefly.com. Soon. So you can find that and you can email me if you're interested at livia@learnlivefly.com. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you and I will see you later.